Hey everyone, this week I'm going to shake things up a bit and I'm going to do a magic trick for you guys with these three identical normal cans and some water. So I'm going to pour some water, and this is just normal water. I'll even prove it to you. Normal water. I'm going to pour some in one of these cans. And so pour the water in this can. I'm going to mix them up and see if you can figure out which one still has the water, okay? So remember, I started with this one. I'm going to start by mixing them around. Just keep stirring them, see if I can lose you guys. Okay. Just one last. All right. I'm gonna ask my cameraman, which one do you think the water is in?
The one in the middle.
The one in the middle? Okay. Let's see if you're right. No. Okay. Let's try the other ones. So where did the water go? So you were right. Kind of. The water was in the middle can, but it is not really water anymore. I don't know if you can see, but it looks like this now. It's like this weird, goopy, slimy stuff. And I'm going to talk about what that is in a minute. So, what you didn't see before adding the water, I added a little bit of this to the can. This is something called super absorbent polymer. This specific one is sodium polyacrylate. Now, super absorbent polymers are used for a lot of different things. You might know it mostly from diapers. This is found in a lot of diapers. It's this special powder that absorbs water like up to, 30 times its weight or something like that. It absorbs a lot of water. So you can see how this would be useful in diapers. People also use super absorbing polymers in agriculture to make sure their soil absorbs the most amount of water possible. Any other situation where you would need to absorb large spills or things like that. So sodium polyacrylate is a polymer. It looks like a powder here, but if you look really closely under a microscope, you'll see that, like all polymers, it's made of long strands of molecules. You can kind of imagine it like this chain of paper clips. So there's one monomer that's really the backbone and the main basic unit of the polymer, but then they all latch together and you've got a whole wiggly chain. So now it's a polymer. So this specific polymer, sodium polyacrylate, has sodium atoms in it. You know what else has sodium atoms in it? Salt. So it's kind of like, imagine bits of salt inside, right? So through a process called osmosis or diffusion, the sodium inside the powder will leave to areas of lower amounts of sodium so that there's sodium equal throughout the mixture. So it moved from the polymer out to where the water is. And since now there's space missing in those polymers, then the water went in to take its place. So the polymers soaked up all that water. Now, if I were to add salt to this, eventually the opposite would happen, and the sodium would return back into it, and the water would get kicked out, and it would shrink back into a powder. So now that you know a little bit more about super absorbent polymers and how they work, this stuff is actually really easy to find. You don't need to cut up diapers for it. It's just a super absorbent polymer. Sodium polyacrylate is the scientific name of this one in particular. You can find it online. It's pretty easy and it's non-toxic, so it's totally safe to play with if you just want to make some squishy snow-like slime. And yeah, so you feel free to find it on your own and blow your friends' minds away with this neat trick.